Good morning guys, what's up? Hope you guys are having a really good day. Today, we're gonna answer some of the most common questions we've got about our training and nutrition and like what's going on. First of all, I'm gonna talk about this potato cleanse that I'm gonna be doing next week. Ever since I went raw vegan about 2 years ago, my whole perspective of what it means to have good digestion has totally changed. After that experience, it was amazing. My digestion was so good. I felt so good all the time and never had any stomach issues, never had any anything. So then after that, I introduced beans and legumes and different whole grains back into my diet when I started eating cooked food, and it was a really difficult transition. The beans just totally destroyed my stomach. Make a long story short, now I love my diet. The thing is that sometimes I've noticed that things just don't sit well in my stomach. So anyway, I wanted to take the time to experiment with something and do a potato cleanse. So I know that potato cleanses can be really, really great to help your digestive system recalibrate. But the thing is that I don't really want to do a fully potato diet. I don't think it's necessary for me. I think it's necessary for people maybe that have food addictions. But what I want to do is help my digestion. So I'm keeping other things in my diet so that I get all of the benefits of a well-rounded diet, but keep it really clean and simple. So the potatoes are going to be the base of my diet for the next week, but I am going to be eating greens, beets, raw and cooked in my smoothies and salads, bananas, and berries, ginger and turmeric in my smoothies, sweet potato for breakfast, and then lots of potatoes for lunch and dinner with greens and beets, and that's it. And that's gonna be basically the whole first week. After that first week, the second week, I'm probably going to be doing a very similar type of thing, but I'm gonna be adding in lots more vegetables, just a variety of different foods. But I'm going to be listening to my body, I'm gonna be paying attention, and the base of my meals is still gonna be potato. So that's what it's gonna be the next week. And then after that, who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen. If I like it so much, I'm probably just gonna keep my diet kind of based around potatoes, but with a whole lot of other things, because we need a bunch of other things too to really thrive, and especially when we're doing so much activity. Next week, we're gonna be upping our training, and I'm gonna wait for Gwen to get back, I'm gonna shower, and then we're gonna sit down and talk to you guys about our new training schedule. So because we're running so much, it's really important to be eating a really well-balanced diet with legumes and with oranges and lots of different things that are super nutrient packed. And potatoes are amazing, but with how many miles we're gonna be running, it's just not really ideal to be that strict with that food. All right, I'm gonna finish my smoothie real quick. I'm gonna head up and shower. And then when Gwen gets back, we're gonna talk to you guys about our training. As you guys know, maybe, we are training for our 100-mile race in France, July 1st. What's the plan?
All right, well, the plan is to build mileage because I think that will be the most efficient to be ready for the 100-miler, not too much of any speed work or whatever. So we're really gonna focus on mileage, and from the plan that I had made before, we realized that the progression of the mileage is just too slow and that we actually feel pretty good. Last week we were supposed to do 70 miles and we actually did almost 90. We did 89 and didn't feel any difference. So we actually gonna increase the mileage earlier and allow ourselves to taper down on each of the 50K that we have in April and in May, because we were just thinking of keeping building the mileage even throughout these races. But I think because I'm competitive and I want to do good on these races, so I want to taper for this race so I can perform better.
So we'll use the race as training,
but still
trying to be a little bit
still try to do well. So that means we're gonna build the mileage up earlier so that we can taper twice on the 50Ks.
Yeah, right now we're between about 80 miles a week, and then next month on the 31st of April we have a 50K, and then on 13th of May we have another 50K, and then the next thing is the 100-milers. So that gives us 2 opportunities to push it a little bit and build up the miles. We're feeling really good. We're feeling really confident with the training.
Yeah, basically right now we're at 90. I'm thinking that, yeah, maybe 2 90, 90, 100, and then 80, 70 or yeah. 80, 60.
Really excited to hit my first 100-mile training week. You know, we just absolutely love running, and we hope you guys do too. If you haven't found running yet, you know, you need to get out on the trails. You need to get somewhere where you can enjoy being outside. Don't worry if you can't even run yet. Do the walk run thing, get a training plan, get a coach. Just start doing it, enjoy what you do, and you're gonna get hooked, you know. It's that first few weeks that really suck as a runner because you're building the aerobic base, and it will feel really hard in the very beginning if you're a new runner. But trust me, after that little bit, you're going to like come over the hill and see the bright side, and running's gonna get easy, and then it's so much fun. Yeah, it's just amazing. We're loving the training. We're loving being outside every day. We were looking at our Strava. We spend between an hour and a half to 2 hours every day outside on the trail. So that's pretty amazing.
The key is really to monitor your heart rate so that you make sure you train in aerobic zone, so that you don't overtrain, so that you don't you know, push too much and just burn out. And usually a way to find your aerobic threshold is by removing your age from 180. So 180 minus your age, and roughly around 5 of this number, minus 5 or plus 5, will be your aerobic threshold. The minus 5 or plus 5 is depending on your physical condition. If you are untrained, you want to remove 5 on top of your age. If you are really well trained or in good shape, then you might be able to add 5 to your age.
When we say 150, that just means basically what ours is. And that's really cool for anyone training, because basically that means it doesn't matter if you're a pro and if it's your first day out running. How do you know what you should do on your first day? Well, get a heart rate monitor, get a GPS watch or whatever, and go out and just be out for 30 minutes. So basically your aerobic threshold, whatever it is gonna be your baseline for where you're training at. So if it's your first day running, just get out there, walk, run 30 minutes, whatever it is, and just stay under that heart rate.
Then this will be during your easy runs. Then on top of that, you can add harder runs with some speed, with some tempo, but that's not gonna be the base of your improvement. Really, what's gonna bring you improvement in the beginning will be your easy run, your easy mileage, and so that should be at least 80% of your total running. Should be easy, should be under your aerobic threshold, so that you don't overtrain, so that you get long-term improvements.
If you only run 3 days a week, don't even worry about doing harder workouts. Just try to build that base. That's what you should be focusing on. That's what's gonna make you enjoy running more. And if you're more serious about running, and if you have really specific goals and you're building the mileage and you feel really good, then get a coach or join a local running group and start adding different types of running workout into your schedule. And that's gonna help you a lot too. Also, using this aerobic threshold is another way to make sure that you're doing it right on the trails. If you've never run trails before, you're quickly gonna notice that it's really different from running on the roads and running flat. So if it's your first time trail running, just get out there on the trails, watch your heart rate, keep it under 150, and try to find a trail that's not too steep. The more runnable, the better. Try to find trails that other people run on. And don't feel bad if you can't run very much at all your first time trail running, your first year trail running. It's totally dependent on the trail you choose, how steep it is, and how good a shape you're in.
Yeah, trail running is very different from road running in a way that we cannot really monitor the pace on the trail, because it depends on, you know, how the trail is it muddy, is it steep, is it downhill, is it rocks everywhere, roots everywhere. All of this is going to slow you down. You cannot judge your run by your pace. Your pace might be 3 minutes slower than what you would normally run on the road, but that's just how it is. On the trail you have to focus on different things, more on the intensity, and it's more about enjoying being outside, enjoying being in the nature. So the performance, you know, is important if you want to be competitive, but it's going to be different from road running.
And just think long term. The more time you spend out there walking, running, you're building your aerobic base, and within a year you're going to see tremendous gains. The most important important thing is that you enjoy it, because if you enjoy it, you're gonna be able to do it more regularly every day, and that's how you're gonna improve overall your fitness, your running, everything. All right, those are our tips for the day. Now that is a salad. Yum. It's big. Good. Gwen, your burrito looks small compared to my salad.